So I've got a company called Lost Values, and I call myself a technology artisan. And by the end of this talk, you should perfectly understand what that means. At one point of the presentation, I'm going to show a product that the lights are going to be dimmed down, and all of you are welcome to take a picture using your flash. It's going to have to be quick because this talk is quite brief. Okay, so I'm a technology artisan, and my background is from MIT Media Lab. I was a researcher there for wearable technologies, and also I studied, I have a master from Central San Martin, so I have this mix from fashion, craft, and haute couture detail, and also at the same time a strong passion for research and materials. So for example, on Central San Martin, I'm going to put some inspiring examples such as John Galliano, Gareth Pugh, and Hussein Shalajan are all very outstanding designers from Central San Martins. What happened to me working in fashion, and especially in haute couture, was that I started to wonder if we can, if we have textiles and technologies that allow us to go to the space, how come that we still wear the same things in a way? But to be honest, that is what happens apparently for our own eye. It seems that it's just the same kind of fashion. We change the colors, we follow trends, etc. Well, this is an example of Hussein Shalajan's work, which is kind of using robotics. This is also work more using lighting, and this is working together with an engineer called Moritz Waldenmeyer, who is really good with all the technology work. What I was saying before is that the materials or the fashion do seem kind of the same thing, but to be honest, is actually, if you go into the detail and the fibers, that's where all innovations are happening. We just cannot always see it with our own eye. Here I have some examples of research. For example, a very well-known example is how Speedo broke world records, swimming records, by creating these suits that replicated the shark skin effect. So this area is called biomimetics, and I find it very interesting, and it's generating lots of advance for new textiles. Then also there's other ways of integrating technology that is into textiles, like circuitry, health monitoring systems, and microencapsulation that can also deliver drugs through our skin. Even further on, there is sports equipment, and now these technologies are more and more being integrated into our own body, and this is, for example, the first pacemaker that is actually wireless, so it's much easier to put in the body. It's getting to a stage where these kind of wearable technologies can give humans the qualities that sorry, I don't know what to say, but can give humans even qualities that other animals have, and we don't. So as I said, I'm very passionate for technology and wearable technology, but I'm gonna read this phrase from Al Gore that says, "Our technologies, combined with our numbers, have made us collectively a fourth of nature." And that's quite strong for me, but it's true. If you just look at this picture, it's a very good example of that. Not only that, but as we have said, the previous speaker said, how things are manufactured and how little we actually, how little aware we are of this. And not only all the orchestration of manufacturing a product, which is quite fascinating, all around the world, to create one unique product that unfortunately most of the time ends up in the trash. We just don't treat what we consume in the same way that we used to. We don't pass it through generations, etc. So I'm very interested in all of this, and all the products I'm going to show you that I work on are actually very connected to what the previous speaker was saying. Everything is in place, is made to order, so none of my products, I don't have stock, and that way I don't create anything that is not going to be consumed, and everything is locally produced as well. So my question, I'm going to say it already because I'm going to give some of my examples that answer this question, but this is what I want you all to think about, which is, this is actually a phrase that I learned from Nicolas Negroponte, which is the founder of the MIT Media Lab in Boston. He said, when everything is possible, and it is true that today, if you truly think about it, everything is possible. You can have a great idea and find a way of making it happen. But if everything is possible, what is it that truly matters? And my question is not just what is it that truly matters to you, but what is it that it truly matters for society, for the planet, for everyone. This is a very interesting book by Alistair Kuluk, which is called Design Activism. Very basically, what inspires you is to understand that as a designer, you can promote political change, because what people you are actually affecting people's behaviors by generating a demand of a product that can change their life. So what is it that really matters for me? A simple product. Education matters very much for me, and I was very interested in still today how much issues we have to get girls interested into science and technology. So I developed a toy for learning electronics that that mixes textiles with what normally is more robot-like, in a way that is appealing for both girls and boys. So the kids have to put it together. It uses smart materials, so they learn about new materials and they learn electronics. Another little product, this is a little brush that is to promote concerns about climate change, and it's quite funny in a way. I also believe that very dramatic subjects, if they are communicated with humor, they engage better with the user. And a great example is the Movember movement. I don't know how many people is aware of it, I can't explain it now, but basically it's wearing a mustache in November for prostate cancer. So these are two little pins that when the sun comes, they change color. She burns and he drowns. And that is to kind of explain, he drowns to explain what happens to the planet with climate change, which is the sea levels rising. And she turns completely red, obviously trying to create awareness about skin cancer. Another thing that I find is important for me is memories and the people we care about. So this is a very straightforward product as well, which is your image on a knitted cushion. And we can see a lot of commercial products like this, but there is nothing like this in the market that is actually knitted and totally customized. You send the picture, you choose the colors, and it's turned into a knitted cushion. Another thing that we are launching next week is, let's say you want to look completely glamorous and you have your favorite gloves on, but you need to use your phone, and obviously you don't want to wear that type of gloves that are in the market. So you come to us and we customize any gloves into touch gloves, and it's almost invisible. So yeah, one of the issues that I have is that I believe people love technology and people are ready to wear these technologies. People just probably don't want to go bread shopping maybe wearing what we see in this picture. It's very interesting research by Philips, by the way, but I'm more interested in the aesthetic aspects and how consumers could actually want to wear these products. So I'm going to explain a few last things, which is, I believe this is not the first time in history that designers and engineers had to, a lot of time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes more, this is not the first time in history that this has happened, and we have on the left, right, sorry, I mixed that. The sewing machine, this is the first domesticated sewing machine, which means the sewing machine was not industrial. People wanted them in the house. They had to look nice enough to integrate with the decoration of the time. So engineers had to work with decorators and artisans to come up with these designs that will camouflage in the environment of a home. And the other picture is a pergola in Italy, which it looks like a traditional pergola by the bay, but it's actually a solar power pergola. All the top lines are solar panels and it illuminates in the night. So this is what I'm working on, how to make things this way. Another example is solar technology. This was my master's project at Central Marketing. The image here shows how solar technology has evolved from space to the home to clothing. But unfortunately, again, this is the products that you can find in the market. And I was very much interested in that actually textiles is quite an ancient medium. And not only you should respect that, but you should at least try to look into that. So I looked into that, and this project is not commercial, but it was very exciting to design. These are circuit boards that have been designed following vintage patterns, and these are the pieces. It's solar power pieces. They don't charge your phone. What they do is that during the day they're fashion accessories, during the night they're home accessories. You come home, you can remove your necklace off, put it on a table, and it becomes an ambient light. Another project is the one that you guys can take a picture. I'm very interested in sustainability, obviously, and I'm interested in cyclists, and I'm a cyclist myself. If we can dim the lights down. So feel free to take a picture with flash.
Someone has a torch, you can point on the scarf if you have a torch.
Yeah, or you have a torch. But yeah, you get a sense. I'm going to show you pictures of what you should be seeing anyway. Wow. Anybody seeing anything? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to pass it around, or for example, can you say how does it feel? You can put the light back up. Yeah, does it feel soft? And will you wear it? Will you buy it as a gift? Okay, it's perfectly washable and ironable as well. It's a highly reflective lace scarf. Again, I use lace because it's unfortunately one of our more
show them the effect, Elena.
Complicated. Yeah, sorry. The brief I had to do this project is being a cyclist myself. I thought I'm going to take the challenge and try and turn this into that, no, into a more lacy, decorative thing. So the first product I developed is a little lace by the meter that you can buy by the meter and stitch it wherever you want. Because I'm really fan of DIY people and people that just wanna, they wanna customize things to their own needs. So this is a product I still have. You can buy a few meters of it, stitch it on a skirt, on a sock. It's quite girly, I know, but I thought it was a cute challenge. And then I started developing more and also versions for boys. But this is the effect once a car comes towards you. Not very close, it's like more than 8 meters and the car can never see. It's a project that has been widely supported, and it has a blueprint award as well, and it sells in the design museum. And now there's a version that you can type your own message, and the scarf will have a private message embossed in it. And that's it. So that was my question, and but I'll add one thing more. So my question is, when everything is possible, what is it that truly matters? But not just for you, but for society and the planet. And I say this because, as ill as I am today, having a business, it's, to be honest, one of the hardest things I've ever done. And you don't have a break, and it's quite tough, and there is up and downs, and there is recession, and there's all these kind of things. So I'm glad that I did it for something that I believe truly matters. I don't think, if you're really thinking of starting a business, think it well. If you're really going to be doing something that is not already out there, something that you're really passionate about, because otherwise it's honestly not the easiest thing to do. And if you're going to start something, this is the last thing I'm going to say, you can do anything, but not everything, so get a team together. And
Elena, we just put it so everybody can see the effect, because I don't think people saw the effect. Where is the scarf?
Yeah, it's passing around, but you can only see it if you call that angle.
Yeah, you can only see it if you are from the direction of the light.
Yeah, as if you were the car, obviously.
So if you want to pass the torch, see the effect.
It's invisible visibility.
Okay. So only from the direction of the torch you can see the effect.
I have many more products, and if anybody's interested in anything, I've got it out here, and thank you so much.